Bored dad cycling here. Another beautiful day, biking around Etobicoke and the High Park area. I tried to beat some of my PRs on a few hills. It didn't go as planned, but it was a good effort. But in this video, I wanted to talk about why I cycle outdoors and not indoors. So let's see if any of these reasons resonate with you. Well, reason number one is self-explanatory. I want to be outside. I don't want to be inside. Especially in the summer, on a beautiful day like this one. Why would I want to spend any more time inside than I have to? I do find that as I get older, this urge to be outdoors is greater. I think that's because as you get older, you kind of realize that all of the distractions and trappings that are keeping you inside are not good for you. They give us a short dopamine hit, but ultimately they're not satisfying. Binging Netflix, watching TV, being on your phone. I somewhat get the allure of those apps where you cycle indoors, but I actually don't get it. I really don't. If I'm inside looking at a computer screen, which I do for my day job anyway, I really don't want to do that as part of my exercise routine either. So you gotta break it. You gotta do something different. And going outside, it's good for my mental health. And this brings me to reason number two. Biking outdoors, it's an opportunity to explore your neighborhood, your city, your area. I find that it's the right combination of speed and convenience. So for example, if you try to do this by running, if you run for 1 hour, you can really only, go about 5 kilometers from your house. But if you bike for an hour, which is easier than running for an hour in my opinion, you could go 10 kilometers from your house. So if there's a coffee shop or a park or something that you've wanted to go check out, you can just go bike to it. And it's just a really easy excuse to go out, explore your neighborhood, go bike down quiet streets which you would never drive down, right? You don't drive down a quiet street, it's too slow. You drive down main streets. But by biking, you can kind of bike down quiet streets like this one, which is really nice. And you see a different side of your city, a different side of your neighborhood. You saw this during the pandemic when everything was shut and people were forced to be at home. The bike lanes were busy, the walking paths outside were busy. I think people rediscovered their neighborhoods and all of the amenities that were available. In a big city like Toronto, you really don't need to go very far to find fun stuff to do. So, same concept with, exploring your city on a bike. Okay, so let's get to reason number three. It's how I get my cardio. Biking is a great way to get a cardio workout. Obviously, you can get a cardio workout indoors. So, this is not an exclusive thing to biking outside. But the terrain is more interesting when you're biking outside. Like this hill, 8% grade. Trying to PR my previous best. It just gives me a way to gamify my bike ride a little bit. So occasionally when I feel rested, I'll try to beat a PR. Though I have to admit, there are ways to overdo it. One way to overdo it is to go on long bike rides without a great bike fit. So I've made this mistake. Because you're sitting for such a long time, you can become quite uncomfortable if your bike is not fit well to you. It's also easy to overdo it by spending all your energy on a bike ride. The truth is, I can't do that anymore. I'm a dad. I need to get home. I need to play with my kids. I need to make lunch, help with dinner, clean up the house, just have energy to be with my wife, my family. Well, the fourth reason that I like biking outside is it's a way for me to get away from everything. I enjoy periods of solitude. I don't enjoy being by myself all the time, but definitely on a daily basis, I need some time to be by myself. Biking outside is a great way to just get away from whatever's been bugging you. I do find that my mind isn't actively trying to solve any problem while I'm biking. The problems are just running in the background. If I tried to bike indoors, I would probably be listening to a podcast or watching a show on my iPad, and I wouldn't really be by myself. When I'm biking outside, I don't have earbuds in. That's dangerous. I need to be able to hear and observe traffic. So I am truly on my own for a little bit, and my brain and my mind resets. I get home and everything feels fresh. The problems don't seem as big. I feel like I can solve problems. I can deal with situations. And what I just needed was a little bit of time on my own. And this naturally leads to the final reason that I enjoy biking outside. I need to be aware of my surroundings. I need to pay attention to traffic. So what I find is that I have this very focused state of being. So I think I'm in a flow state because my mind is not thinking about any one thing, because it's busy just paying attention to traffic, paying attention to pedestrians, making sure that the road doesn't have some pothole that I might hit. But I'm not in a stressed state. I'm in a very relaxed state of being. So yes, I'm paying attention. Yes, there's a lot of traffic. Biking in a city is busy. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. But I am not anxious. I am not stressed. I am very relaxed but focused. It's natural. I don't try to be like this. It's just the way I am. Probably from biking so much as a kid around Ottawa. My parents gave me a really long leash. I could bike anywhere I wanted. I would go and bike for hours and then get home. And so I think I'm naturally attuned to just paying attention. I'm not distracted by my thoughts. My thoughts are just running in the background. I think I'm describing a flow state. And it's a beautiful thing that just happens naturally. I don't think it's possible to recreate this indoors because there's nothing to really pay attention to. You're just kind of biking indoors looking at a wall or your device. So it is unique. I think if I was biking down a bike path, I wouldn't get the same type of flow state. I think this flow state does happen from biking in a city where you have to pay attention. So to summarize, the reasons I enjoy biking outside are I want to be outside. I enjoy exploring my neighborhood and my city. It's how I get my cardio. It's a way to be by myself. I enjoy periods of solitude. I experience a flow state, and it's very pleasurable, and it recharges me. Now, if you were to ask me, are those the same reasons I enjoyed biking when I was a kid or a teenager? I would probably have to say yes. The reasons I enjoy biking as a middle-aged adult are likely the exact same reasons I enjoyed it as a kid and teenager. It's funny how we come back to our earlier life experiences and find joy in things that we used to love. We get lost in life a little bit, trying out different things. And it's nice when you go back and you find the thing again. I have rediscovered biking outside again. So these reasons I listed here, they work for me. They're my thesis for why I enjoy biking outside. I just know deep inside myself that it's good for me. Well, thanks for listening. If you have any comments, please do jot them down. I'm hoping this resonated with fellow cyclists. And for those of you who are on the fence or needed a nudge in the direction of, going and taking your bike outside, I'm hoping this helped. Thanks for listening and watching.